Rock Metal Nation, what is up? Real quick before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that Rock Metal Studios, the very same studio that brings you the Rock Metal podcast, is looking to help bands who are able to record their tracks either at home or in a professional recording studio, but need some help mixing. Go ahead and send me an email at therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. That's therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. We can go ahead and discuss mixing your tracks for free. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 147 with Argus. All right, Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. That sample you just heard was Devils of Your Time by Argus, who I've got on the show with me right now. They've got a new album called From Fields of Fire, released via Cruz del Sur Music in September of 2017. And right now, I'm being joined by vocalist Brian Butch Balich to share some stories about the music and share more info about the band. B3, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, John. What's going on? How are you today?
I am glorious, sir. We finally have spring. No joke, 2 days ago, it was like, oh, spring, and then bam, minus 10, 20 centimeters of snow.
Mother Nature is very fickle.
Oh, yeah. It was the last hit, and then the next day we're talking like, you know, it's like plus 20, which is centigrade, so we're talking like 70-something. So we went from like, you know, freezing temperatures to, hey, let's put on some shorts.
Good. Then leave them on and fool Mother Nature into thinking, hey, it must be spring. They're all wearing shorts. That's what I do.
Exactly. Exactly, sir. Let's go listen back to that track, Devils of Your Time. Come back from Devils of Your Time. Now, this intro leads into a seriously sick riff. I love the ride bell because I can hear that ride bell. It's like it's doing what I want ride bells to do that I don't hear drummers doing a lot of since Vinnie Paul, to be perfectly honest with you. And then we got that guitar solo. The vocals come in just screaming, which I believe is you.
It is indeed.
This is a Take No Prisoners medal.
This was one of the earlier songs I think that Dave brought in for the record. And we did want to be a little bit more aggressive on a couple things on the album. And this one was pretty straightforward to write. From what I recall about it, it came together fairly quickly. Dave had the idea for the music and we rolled with that. And, I always work on my vocal stuff at home or in the car, and it all kind of fell together once we had, that main riff is sick. It's been a great song. We've opened with that. We opened with that in our last tour, the whole tour. It's been a good opener for us. A lot of energy, and it's just heavy. I love the song. It's one of my favorite songs on the record. I think it's one of my favorite things I've ever done.
Absolutely. What's the story or inspiration behind Devils of Your Time?
I always mix in on our albums a little bit of the personal, and then I'll usually end up diving into maybe a little bit of history and maybe a little bit of something based on literature or a movie or something like that. But this record is pretty much just top to bottom, facing your fears kind of song, and not allowing, your fears and anxieties to weigh you down so much. And, the pre-chorus talks about, the lies and then, rise against all of that. And so it's like your head will mess with you and you'll have yourself believing that these things, that are kind of weighing you down in life, whether it's a normal fear that everyone has or just your anxiety about what something going on in your life.
Now, for Rock Metal Nation who dug the track Devils of Your Time, if you go and go to today's show notes, www.therockmetalpodcast.ca, you can go ahead and see the music video for Devils of Your Time. Now, B3, Triple B, go ahead and take us through the music video. What inspired the music video?
The initial concept that we talked about was it was got to be we were trying to find a room where we could like black it out and maybe like hang a couple solitary lights and have it be really dark. It didn't come out exactly like that, but we do like the way they came out. But the idea was to have it be, live like that. We weren't going to do a concept video this time out. And, we just wanted to have the band playing. It was cool, and I think it was a good choice for the first video. It's actually the first video we've done, so I think it was a good one to start with. Just good, let people know what they're getting when they get Argus.
Yeah. I want you to know what you're going to get when you get Argus.
That's right. Heavy.
Right. Heavy metal. Awesome stuff. Let's go listen to the next track, Hour of Longing.
fears. And in my hour of longing, I can feel your light, giving me the strength to fight my fears.
Metal Nation, it's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. Yeah. Now, I'm curious, what's the story or inspiration behind Hour of Longing?
For whatever reason, I was one of those time periods where I was going through a less than easy time. And I was, I thought over the years, someone had said to me once about my grandmother kind of being my rock. And, that line, you were the rock on which I leaned, had kind of came to me. So it started out as my grandmother, and it kind of went, and really the song kind of took on a life of its own, and it's
cool. Now, for Rock Metal Nation who dug the two tracks, Devils of Your Time and Hour of Longing. Now, Rock Metal Nation, there is a full album from Fields of Fire. So, B3, go ahead and tell us about this album from Fields of Fire. What should we expect when we pick it up?
Well, it's definitely metal, I'll tell you that much. I think with repeated listens, it's a bit of a deeper record than we've done. And I think it's on that second, third listen where the songs really start to reveal themselves.
Groovy. Now, for Rock Metal Nation who is just frothing at the ears at the idea that they could get their hands on From Fields of Fire, the next logical question is, where can they find out more about you on the web?
Well, the best place to go to start with is to go to argusmetal.com.
Groovy. All right. Well, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come on to the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Argus with Rock Metal Nation.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, John. I'm glad you reached out to us. And, if you like what you heard, check the band out. Send us a mail. Let us know where you're at, where you want to see us, and hopefully we'll be meeting you all in person soon.
All right, Rock Metal Nation. Hopefully you just found your new favorite band in Argus. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.
Rock my mission.